Hey guys, so welcome back to Danganronpa. Trigger happy Havoc is currently we left off. Kyoko and I are basically going in a to and fro because we're the only suspects in this case. The case of Mikuru Ikusaba, who was found dead in the garden, the mysterious 16th student. Now Byakuya is basically focused on Kyoko. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm hoping we can get some answers. Here we go.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? It must be connected to that dojo locker. The woodblock key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because it was found in your room. That you haven't had access to for quite some time now.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Come on, our lives are on the line here. What's happening?
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Why can't I figure this out?
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she killed? She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... she killed someone. For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Did she though?
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
She's so adamant.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Is this like a counter-accusation? I have no idea. When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
I don't want to think she did it, but...
What are you hiding?
Did she really kill him in that room?
Never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Is it because she didn't have the key?
Could I really have done that?
Byakuya had the key. Could Byakuya have planted the wood block key? Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Is that what she's trying to say? Which would mean...
Those words you just
Could
spoke.
Byakuya have planted the key?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Oh, I just have to figure out which
You
one to
should
shoot the bullet in.
understand that more than anyone here.
Wait, when the body was found? 7 a.m. Makoto wakes to the morning announcement. 7:30 a.m. Makoto and Aoi arrive from going home. 7:30 to 9. Makoto meets others in the gym. 9. Toko's told to find the pickaxe in the garden. Is this even relevant? Or is this like a truth flashback situation here?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the
This is so
culprit.
intense.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and
don't
then
think-
left the locker key in my own room,
Could this be...
correct? But Could I really have done that?
And then I just shoot this on proof? Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean he had the key.
Those words you
Only
just
he could
spoke.
access that room.
What do you mean?
Only he could plant that
Exactly
that
what
key,
I said.
right?
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide something from—
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Oh, yes.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Am I right in my line of thinking here?
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
Because she didn't have the key.
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
So that woodblock key had to been planted,
I
right?
see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Only you could have put it there.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
And that too.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
What about the master key? The Monokuma key? She actually technically could have gotten in, right?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No. That's not actually true. Yes! The Monokuma key. She could have used that. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Are we having another Hina situation? I don't want to think she did it. I don't think she did it, though. Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid out for us. The mastermind's trap? The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro? And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Okay, so we have a choice. Pursue the lie or let it go. Is it just like that other situation where, like, if I decide to tell her that Sakura was the killer or not? Are we falling into a trap here? She's lying for a reason. Monokuma said he wants an eye for her stealing the thing. Is this some kind of trap? She said we're not meant to vote for her. Pursuing the lie, I guess. It gets things out in the open and it chases the danger like she suggested, but doesn't that, like, sort of, I don't know, make her look guilty and then we all sort of go after her? Do I let it go? She doesn't want anyone else to know about this key. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it secret. I don't know! Is it relevant? Maybe we can bring it up later? Does it matter? Am I overthinking this choice? Like, is it one of those things that just don't matter? I don't think she did it, but why is she lying so much? I don't know, I feel like this is a trap here. Why is the game giving me this choice? Okay. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. I'm gonna let it go. I've made my decision. Okay, well, looks like he's following through with it, not like the last time. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal?
Not anymore.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Shit.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
Byakuya.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Exactly.
You! What are you trying to imply?
We're just trying to solve this case, man.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
But you could have put the key in there anytime.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Right? He could have put it before, but then I guess the murder weapon was in the locker.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be
Oh
Makoto.
my god, now it's me.
I don't see any other option.
We're back on me again.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong.
I didn't kill anyone.
Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
I was just in bed.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Monokuma's silent.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a
And
trial.
it doesn't match up with the rules. Like, wasn't Mukuro supposed to be in these trials? All surviving students had to be present. What's going on? I don't understand.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Oh shit. Did we make the right choice?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
He's stopping the trial prematurely?
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Are they gonna vote for me, or is it gonna be a tie?
Voting time?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen, right? 76 medals. This was a short case, wasn't it? There's shorter phases on this one.
Now, who
No,
was
we haven't even
chosen
figured
as
out
the
anything yet.
blackened?
I don't
Will
understand.
you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, shit. It's gonna be a tie, right? Between Kyoko and I? No! No way. Guys, we're all gonna die! You got it wrong! I'm not the killer! Shit, did we do... What? Have we hit a game over here? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong! You've got it all wrong! I didn't do it!
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone! Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. What? No, we were in bed, right? There's no way we could have killed them. The whole time we were still in that bed. Was this the twist that like we actually killed this person? No, we didn't move the body or anything. What the hell am I thinking? No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
used us. Kyoko?
Let's give it everything
Oh my
we've got.
god!
It's punishment time!
Why am I so trusting? Oh my god. No. No, something's gonna happen, right? Or is this like, do we control Kyoko for the rest of the game now? No, Makoto, no! No! No, something's gonna happen, right? No. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Right? Something's gonna happen. Or have we hit game over? What's this? Oh my god, no. Ah. After school lesson? Shit! Kyoko used us, she really was the killer then, was she? It's getting closer! Makoto! Makoto, no! Something's gonna happen, right? Something's gonna happen? Alter Ego! Alter Ego, save me, please! Wait! Does this mean we die anyway? We're falling quite a long way. Wait, I'm frozen right now. What?
What?
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego? Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this! It seems you have finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. Did Kyoko know? Fuck, that's a lot of trust we put into her. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is Monokuma just done with us, right? He's just trying to end, like, this game now, is he? Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive... Are we back at the beginning again? The massive high school towers over all the buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this high school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, You have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. What the hell? Are we doomed to, like, repeat this over and over again? We're back at the beginning. When we died, we just repeat this over? Is this really purgatory? I don't understand. What? Where am I? Sorry, I'm just spitballing here. Like, I throw out all kinds of theories. Sorry, you know me. I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. It has, Makoto, it has! You've done this before! What the heck is going on? Are we trapped in some loop? No. Oh, this is the trash thing. Okay. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Oh, is this the hatch in the trash room? It's been locked this entire time. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Old Rico saved me. And he used up that last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself. And for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Well, there's the door. Right? Where is this? What is this? This is like the trash compactor, right? Well, not compactor, but whatever. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Can't see quite up. Is this my desk? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, that's the rocket from the beginning. The one where I thought I was being really high. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Oh, there's the door, of course. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Oh, did they drop some... Did they drop the key for me to get out of here? Did something fall down over there? something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Kyoko. I don't know whether to give you a big hug right now or to slap you so hard in the face. God damn it. I could have died, you know. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I'm so happy. You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. I guess I really am the ultimate lucky student. But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no. To atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you. Yeah, it kind of felt like that, yeah. Oh, come on, Makoto, you gotta get on my page here. Don't just roll over and take it. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did, once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible! Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? Yeah, the thing started twisting, right? We got, like... Well, I assumed we got drugged. I remember because I recently we watched it with the fiancé. The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted. And when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, My memories made me connected to the mystery of this school, and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But now that you've brought it up, could be, right? I mean, we still don't know what the identity of that corpse was, the one that was dead. I thought it was Junko. Is it gonna come up later? I thought it was Junko because of all the scars and the boots and stuff. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind? One of us? Imagine if it was like Hero, playing dumb this entire time. That's a thought. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself, but she trusted us. That's dangerous, right? We're really friendly, to be honest. We've gained a lot of people's trust over the game.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. I'm not smart enough to be the mastermind, it seems. I'll take it. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
What?
I should understand everything.
What does this mean? This is what happened when you dreamed the night, right?
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but what does it mean? Why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? You damn well better. Almost died for you, man. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability? My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I knew it! It was obvious, really, so I guess everyone kind of knew it. Except I just put it as the ultimate investigator, not the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, it was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt, based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right? If it's not the headmaster and it's not Muriko, who the hell is it? There's like no one else that's been introduced. All I can think of is the mastermind is one of us, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Was he never intending to open that area? So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Let's get out of here. I better talk to Kyoko. Jeez. Okay.
However...
What else? Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. I know, I figured as much. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. Yeah, that's what Monokuma told us when we went to Kyoko's room, right? He wanted revenge on Kyoko.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean, because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
Should have worked out the wording a little bit better then, Monokuma. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. When they try to kill me, right? I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean that night? During the night?
I
can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. Because we're so great at locking our room door, aren't we?
Correct.
I ran into your room. Like Kyoko just says correct, we're that bad. I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
however,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead,
correct.
and their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. Is that why that Monokuma bear was disabled? Because they were busy killing Mukuro? And they couldn't control Monokuma until everything had passed, I guess? But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The fact that he can kill Mukuro, but he has to kill Kyoko during the class trial? That doesn't make sense, right? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right? But then they killed Mukuro, supposedly?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. That too, I guess. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair is 2? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But the report says she was the ultimate soldier, though. Where did she get ultimate despair from? But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about the tragedy.
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. I have no clue what is going on. 6 students still remain. To be continued. I'm so confused. 5 alive? What? Oh, right, it's just the name.